that. Hello everybody and welcome back to another video by me. I know, you're probably expecting somebody else, right? No, you're not. Why would you not? You know what? Put like some weird, yeah, that's right. Now I'm the Rock, baby. Today I will be showing you guys how to make some simple but kind of difficult, some harder, some easier programs to prank your friends and family. Well, you guys are in quarantine because I know everybody's bored right now, so you might as well learn a new skill, right? So today I'm going to teach you how to make these programs, and even if you're an advanced programmer, I feel like some of these things in this video will help you learn something new that you might not have known. So, you know, keep watching till the end. And also at the end, I have a secret surprise that I'm going to be telling you guys. Now don't skip, I know you want to, but don't do it. I am telling you, maybe it's not at the end, maybe it's in the middle, and maybe I just tricked you. But anyway guys, before we jump into it, make sure to hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and hit that little bell, because if you do, I don't know, what will I do? I'll be happy? That's pretty good. I don't know, whatever, that's fine. But that really shows me that you guys are appreciating the things I do, and I will continue to post. And that notification bell, that's gonna be coming handy because soon I'm gonna be posting once a week and it will hit you like a rocket. So make sure you guys have that turned on. But anyways, let's jump into the first prank that you guys can make against your family and friends. Let's go. Alright, welcome to the setup everybody. This is super simple, nothing too complicated, so let's just get right into it. So first you're going to want to go to python.org/downloads, and here you're just going to click download Python, and then you will scroll all the way down to the bottom here, and you'll come to files, and it depends on your operating system, so I'm running Windows, so I will do Windows times 8664 executable installer, and this will just install, and I'll be back when that's done. And then when that's done, you want to open it up, click run, click add Python 3.8 to path, and click install now. And I'll be back when that's done installing. Alright, so says setup was successful, so now we can move on to installing the next thing. So now you can click close, and then you're going to want to head over to Chrome WebDriver. And here you can get the Chrome WebDriver that we actually need to run a lot of this stuff. So you come here and you click on Chrome Driver 8.0.4. It depends on your version. You may be watching this in the future and it may be updated. Just click on the link that you would download for it. Then you would want to download the operating system that you're using. So I'm using Windows, so I would click that and download it. And so that gives me a zip file that I can then drag onto the desktop and right click and extract here. And this takes literally 0.2 seconds. Then you can just delete the zip file. And then what you want to do with this Chrome driver is open up your file explorer, go to this PC and click on local disk or whatever you want to install this on. I would suggest following this because this works for me. Then create a folder called Chrome driver, and then you literally just put Chrome driver into there, and that's it for Chrome driver. But you also have to make sure that you add the path correctly. So I shouldn't have closed that. So you're actually going to want to click up here, and you're going to want to Control-C to copy the path, and then now you can close that. Then you want to open up Control Panel, go to System and Security, System, Advanced System Settings, Environmental Variables. Then in the path, you can either add it here or here, it doesn't matter. You can click Edit, and then New. And then you just paste that, and so it should have C/Chrome driver or wherever you set it, and then you click OK, then you click OK here, and that's the setup for Chrome driver. Next thing that you want to set up is Visual Studio Code. Now you can use other softwares for this part. I just personally think that Visual Studio Code is slick and it's easy to use, so I'm going with that. So you just want to download for Windows and install it. Nothing too special. I'm not going to do that because I already have it. So this is at bootstrap.pypa.io/getpip.py. And so you're going to want to click Control A, and then you're going to want to copy this. It's going to take a second because it's a big file. It's like 23,000 lines. So it will take some time to select it all. Then when it's selected, you want to click Control C, and that will copy it. And then once it's copied, you just want to go over here, open up your Visual Studio Code, and you should be meted with something that looks similar to this. So you should get a welcome, and it should be pretty new looking. Then before we actually get the file, we want to make sure that we install the correct extension. So search in extensions right up here, Python, and then you're going to want to install. I already have it installed. You can just click install and it will install, hopefully. And if you have any problems, make sure you leave them in the comments, or you can look up on YouTube. There's probably a solution. So then you want to go back to the Explorer. You can close this extensions page and you can click File, New File, and paste whatever you have. Then you want to do File, Save As, and you want to save it to somewhere. It doesn't really matter. You're going to be deleting it anyways, but you just want to make sure that it's named get/py and make sure it's on the Python text, or else it won't save correctly. Then you click Save, and then it will save. Once it actually gets to it, it's saving it. It takes some time because it's such a big file. So yeah, just give it some time. Oh, there we go. Then once that's done, you want to minimize, and then you can come to here, right click, and you just want to click Open with Python. And what this will do, simply install pip, and it's done just like that. So then once that's done, you can close this, and we're pretty much set. But the last two things you gotta do are install a few things. Come up here, click Terminal, New Terminal. You want to come down here and do pip install py for py installer. And then after you do, you want to do another pip install py auto GUI. And this is also going to be used in another program. So let those install, and then I think you're pretty much all set to go. So let's head over to the first project. Alright, so welcome to the first project. This one we're going to actually make a super simple random website opener, so it kind of seems like it's a virus, but it's all fun and games. So make sure you guys don't use it to harm anything. And just before we get started, I'm not responsible for anything that happens to anybody's computers, so thank you. Now let's get on with the tutorial. So the first thing you're going to want to do is open up Visual Studio, of course, and in here, Visual Studio Code, make sure that code version. You click File, New File, and in here, this is where we're going to be typing everything that we're going to be programming. But first, before we do that, I like to say File, Save As, and save it as a Python file. So let's call it Random Site. And I'm just going to save it to my desktop. And make sure you add .py and also change this to Python, or else it will not work. Okay, super simple. There we go. So let's get right into it. So the first thing you're going to want to do is import web browser. And this is that Chrome web driver that we downloaded, so that's why that was important. And then we will do import time, because we're going to want to do this on a time basis. And the last thing we're importing is random, because we want to give it a little bit of randomness. So then we come down another 2 lines, so that we get a spacing between that. You don't have to, but I would suggest doing it. Then you do file, true, colon, enter. You want to say sites is equal to random.choice, so it chooses one out of the list that we give it. So I have a pre-made list here. It's super simple. You can do any website you want. You can do Google, YouTube, Apple, Gmail, Microsoft. You could do your school email or your school website, or anything really, so it doesn't matter. And then we will click enter to get a new line, and we will say visit is equal to, and this is where the HTTPS is, because that is important to have at the beginning of a web address. And then we also want to put these 2 curly braces in here. And we want to do that because we're going to be using the dot format, and then we'll put sites. And what this is basically doing is it's going up here to the sites that we just created, and it will say, okay, let's pick a random one, and then in the visit, it will create the whole link. So then it will put HTTP in front of like Google, so it will be https://google.com, and that will help it connect. And then the formatting is basically formatting the sites into the blue parentheses, or sorry, brackets. Then let's go down to the next line, and we'll do web browser dot open, and it will open the visit that we just created. And then we can give seconds, seconds is equal to random dot rand range. I know it's kind of weird, but it's short for random range. And we can give anywhere from 1 to 10. Doesn't really matter. Or you can honestly, you could go up to 1,000. So if you want it very like random and not frequent, then you can set it to that. Next, you want to do time.sleep. And this will give the program time to sleep before it runs again. So, and that's the whole program. That's really it. So you can save that by clicking Control S, or you can go File, Save. Works the same way, does the same thing. So then if you want to run this, you can click this Run Python, make sure you did it correctly. And then look at that, it's opening random websites. I'm not opening them, I'm not typing anything. It's just opening them randomly between 1 and 10 seconds. Then if you want to close it, if you want to stop it from happening, you actually have to close your Visual Studio Editor. That is the whole thing for the first project, so let's head over to the second project. Alright, for the second project, we're going to create a simple mouse randomizer / mover. So let's get going. So of course, you want to start your project out by opening up Visual Studio Code. And then you can go up to File, New File, and File, Save As, and make sure you save it as a Python file. And we'll be calling it mousemover.py. And then we want to also make sure that we change this to Python and click Save. And you can save it wherever you want. I'll save it on my desktop. Alright, so let's get programming. So the first thing you want to import out of the 3, we want time, because we need to make sure we're keeping track of time. And then we want, of course, random, because we want random movements. And we want to import py auto GUI. And this will just get our screen size and help move the mouse and make it easier. So we're going to make a function. Now a function is defined by doing def, and that is short for define. So we'll define a function and we'll call it move, move mouse, and we'll do parentheses, and we'll put in a variable called how long, and make sure you capitalize. And if you want, you can put in seconds, and I'm going to put that because it's a little bit easier for you when you go back to look at this program to see, okay, it was in seconds. Then, like in everything, you put a colon, and this colon will create a function. So inside this function, you want to create a thing called start time, and this start time is going to be equal to time.time, which gets the current time, which is really cool. Then you want to get a time elapsed, so we'll do time elapse equals time dot time minus the start time, and so then that will give us the elapsed time. Next line, we want to do x size comma y size is equal to p auto GUI dot size, and this will give us the size of our screen. So if we go down a few more and we say while time elapsed is less than how long in seconds, then we will run x comma y equals random dot rand range, just like from the first project, and we'll say x size comma random dot rand range parentheses y size, and this will be getting our random coordinate. Then we will tell pyauto GUI dot move to go to our x comma y comma duration, which we haven't created, so we'll do duration equal 0.2, and that will set a duration for how fast it moves. Then we can do time elapsed is equal to time dot time parentheses minus start time again. And that's it for the function. So we can click enter and then delete, and and enter one more time just to give it spacing, because you want to make your code as organized as you can. So then next, you want to do if underscore underscore name underscore underscore is equal to quotation marks underscore underscore main underscore underscore colon, then it will create a if statement, and this will be calling pyAutoGUI.alert, because we want to make it a little bit believable that it might be real and it just might be your computer. Your Java update is now complete. And that will kind of help the user think, oh, okay, cool, Java updated, but that's actually the start of your program. So then you click enter, and you'll call our mouse move script, or move mouse script. So we call move mouse parenthesis, and this is depending on how long you want this to go for. So let's just say it goes for 20 seconds. Okay? And that's it. So you can click Control S or File Save again, either or, and the program is done. So if we click Run, you will see, oh, your Java update is now complete. So you click OK, and oh, I messed it up. So let's actually go find this error. So it says time.time. Oh, okay. So what we're going to want to do is we're actually going to want to add some parentheses right here, because that's very important, because we're calling the time function from time. So if we save that again, play again, I'm actually going to run it out here because I can close it easier. So if I go right click, open with Python, your Java update is now complete. Convincing, okay. And then it moves your mouse. I'm not touching it, it's all moving on its own, which is pretty cool, and it looks like it's a virus or something. Now there is a gateway to get out easily, and all you have to do is move your mouse quickly to the top left corner, and if you can do that, then it automatically kills the program, which is really helpful because say you did it on yourself just to test it, that is how you can get out without having to close out anything. So let's reopen this, and I'm going to show you something. So this only works if you have Python. Now, if we don't have Python, then it's not going to work. And I accidentally deleted this. Hold on. All right, as I was saying, so it only works if somebody has Python. So what we want to do is we actually want to use that PyInstaller that we had. So you want to make sure that you can get to your desktop. So I'm at C users Kyle. So I'm going to go CD desktop. If I can type, geez. Now I'm on my desktop, so then I can do PyInstaller, and then the name of your Python script. So this was mouse mover, so you go mouse mover.py for Python, and then you click enter. And what this will do is it will create a package that you can take, you can pop it on a flash drive or something, and put it on somebody's computer, and even if they don't have Python, it still will work, which is really cool. I've done it to my friends. It's great fun. So what we want to do now is minimize, and wherever your script will be, there will be some folders that have been created. Now the only folder I've found that you actually need is the dist folder, and in here you just open it up. There's your mouse mover, so you go into there, scroll all the way down pretty much, and then you have a mouse mover.exe, and that is an application. So if I double click on it, it runs. No Python needed, even though I have it installed. You don't need Python. So you can put this on any computer you'd like and prank your friends or family. So this one's really cool, and you can actually also do that same thing for the previous project. So if you wanted to open random web browsers without Python, this works. So let's head on over, let's go. Alright, so that concludes today's video. I hope you guys did enjoy these 2 pranks that you guys can pull on your friends and family while you guys are stuck in quarantine. Hopefully they weren't too difficult. If you guys want me to do more tutorials explaining more in depth of these types of subjects, then hit that like button and also leave a comment down below saying that you want that. And yes, I know it may look like this is all recorded in the same day. Trust me, it's not. I just like this hoodie, and it's been like almost a week from the last time I recorded. Definitely not 2 a.m. right now. Also, I promised you guys an announcement at the end. And yes, some of you may already know this because you have a keen eye, but in the top right of my YouTube channel, I have a Twitch channel. It is live. It's been live for about like a week. I have like a few streams up, so you guys can go and check those out. I will be streaming hopefully almost every other day or so, so make sure you guys are tuning in. If you guys are seeing this video on Monday, I'm actually going to be streaming at 2. So make sure you guys jump on in and say hi, maybe even give a little follow. So yeah, that was the big announcement, and I hope you guys did enjoy this video. If you did, hit that subscribe button and smash that like button, because, you know, I make these videos just for you guys, and I hope you guys do enjoy. So that's kind of helps me gauge what you guys like to see and what you don't. Also hit that little notification bell, because if you do, then you will be able to get notified of when I post every 2 weeks, which is going to be changing soon. As soon as I'm out of school, I hope I can post every week. And so yeah, I love you guys. Hope to see you in the next one. This is Kyle signing off. See ya.